Hello my dear clever kittens, how are you? Is everybody alright? I trust that you're having a good time at home, that you're really helping mommy and daddy and staying healthy, moving a lot, don't sit for a long time and have fun. Today we will have some yummy math. So I will ask you to sit at the dinner table and you will have to ask mommy and daddy to provide you with the things that we will need for our yummy math lesson. First, you will need the steak knife. It is not sharp, it is the knife that we use to cut our food when we eat. So bring a steak knife to the dinner table. Make sure that you're not moving around the room with the knife in your hand. You have to be sitting at the table when we're working. And don't take it anywhere else. You will need a cutting board. And you will need a plate. And the most important thing of our lesson, you're going to need some bread. Let me open my bag of bread. And I will pick a big slice of bread. Let's say this one. It's nice and big. If you have a square bread, it's even better. But if you don't, it's alright. Just any shape of bread. Just pick the biggest piece you can. Put it on the cutting board. I forgot. We need a round cup or a glass. I'll be right back. Okay, here is my round cup. I'm sure that you can find one in your house. Don't pick the biggest one because it will not fit inside the slice of bread. And we need this to cut a circle in our bread. Are you ready? Okay, here is the bread and here is my round cup. I'm centering the cup on top of the slice. I will look exactly from the top to make sure that it's round. And now just press it and turn. And just remove the excess on the sides. And here it is, my circle of bread. Now, this circle is whole. It is not cut in any way, it's a whole circle. Now, let me ask you something. If I cut it like this, what do I have? I have two. Is it two squares? I have two semicircles, and those semicircles, each is a half of the whole. So now it's a whole circle, and now it's a half circle. Again, a whole circle, a half circle. How many halves in one circle? 1, 2. So when we split something in half, we get 2 halves. Okay, put your halves on your plate and take another big slice of bread. Let's cut another circle. Press and remove the excess. Don't throw them away, you can eat them, it's nice bread. It got stuck inside the cup. Now I have another circle of bread. This time, that's right, you guessed it, we are going to cut it first in half, and then each half we are going to cut in half. Cut the halves in half. So here is my whole circle, but this time I didn't cut it just in half. I cut it in 4 different pieces. Do you remember how we call each piece, each fourth of the whole? We call it a quarter. Can you say this after me? Quarter. A quarter is 1/4 of something. It might be one fourth of a circle. It could be 1/4 of an hour. It could be, a quarter can be 1/4 of a square. It could be 1/4 of a line. So remember, a half, a quarter. Let me ask you something. How many quarters in one half? Is it 4? Let's count. This is 1/2 of a circle, isn't it? Let's count how many quarters do we have in this half. 1, 2. 1, 2. Count with me. 1, 2. 2 quarters in a half. And how many quarters in a whole? So here is the whole circle. Let's count how many quarters do we have in a whole circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another piece of bread. It got stuck again. So what do we have? What do we call this circle when it's not cut in any way? It's a hole. It's a whole circle. A hole. A half. 2 halves in a hole. And a quarter. Now, take your whole circle and you can make a pizza out of it. I will put a little bit of tomato sauce on top, the Bulgarian kind, which we call lutenica. And a little cheese. This is what my grandmother used to make for me when it was summer and we were playing all day long outside. Only do this with clean hands. Yummy!